So, one down. Just taking down cop after cop after cop. Nice and peaceful like, so I'm just restraining them, not killing them. And... nope, there isn't a body bag down this section. Okay. And a whole group of cops just up here. Hey guys, if you'd like to not shoot me, that'd be just fine by me. But, you know, you're not gonna cave to my demands even though I'm beating all your buddies up. Oh, and there's... jeez. You know, obviously I'd like to kill all these people, but it's the same problem as them assuming that all conduits are evil bioterrorists. I can't just assume that all of them have been going around killing people. Alright, let's find a bunch of body bags. So, one. I found one so far. I'm brilliant. Okay, what about around here? Oh, well, there's more cops at least, and there's a body bag just to the left of me. Okay, two. Two name tags. And... oh, another body bag. And then I guess once I have all the names, I'll cross-reference them. Or something. Okay, I think this is the end of the crime scene. Yeah, there's just random civilians up here. I'm also wondering if there's going to be any body bags on the rooftops or anything like that. Jeez, how am I not able to find them all instantly? There's 9 of the damn things. Ooh, there we go. They almost blend into the background. Same colour as the floor. And they're not as bulky as I would have thought they'd be. Considering, you know, there are bodies inside. Did I pick all of them up? There we go. Okay, one more left somewhere. It's probably right next to one that I've already found. Yeah, there's another body bag just here next to the first one. Okay, all 8 of them. And you know what, let's not put the fear of God into them. It's just going to give them more credence into thinking that they're correct, that all conduits are evil. And again, I can't just lump them all into the same group. I don't know if they're all killers. Some of them, they're just scared about the future. Okay. So I guess I'll take a look at all those names. The Purification, Lifeline Strikes. Oh, they struck all right. Okay, so we've got bagged and tagged, and Delson's phone. Okay, let's look at the toe tags. Oh boy, cause of death, justice. And this was actually written out by the DUP. Oh, you know what? It's probably that guy working on the inside and helping out the Lifeline Purity people. Okay, so name of deceased, Western Pardue, Electric Freak. Oh, you know what? I reckon these dots are going to come into play. This is the real information that I need, not so much the names. Oh, and is it going to be cause of death, justice for all of these guys? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, so we've got an electric freak, a smoke monster, a stism devil? Oh, yeah, okay, the guy writes his E's like that. Okay, steam devil. Magnetic deviant. I'd like some magnetic powers, that'd be awesome. Shadow menace. Want to blend into the shadows, that'd be cool. Wire mutant, concrete demon, and mirror fiend. Ooh, it's that guy like Mirror Master. That'd be awesome. Okay, bunch of dots. Oh, that is blatantly a 5 just there. Okay, so as I was scrolling up, I was thinking, man, how are these dots going to come into play? Is it a grid of 26 and I can work out the letters? You know what, let me just count through, just in case that's a thing as well. No, there's 35 squares for each grid, so not 26. So it's not each one is the letter of the alphabet and I need to work it out by going through like that. No, no, no. That is just blatantly the number 5. And the number 8 maybe, and the number 2? Okay, this is a lot simpler than I was thinking it was going to be. And that's the number 2 as well. Okay. Let me open all of this up in Paint and get each of these grids down, and we'll see what numbers we can easily spot. Okay, so what I can see at least is nothing for the first row, a number 2 for the second, number 2 for the third, nothing for the fourth, and nothing for the fifth, an 8 for the sixth, nothing for the seventh, nothing for the 8th, a 5 for the 9th, maybe a 1 for the 10th, and nothing for the 11th. And it's an 11-digit number, so I reckon I'm going to be putting this into the dupes files rather than Delson's phone. Just need to figure out what these other numbers are in the gaps. It may be that... let me just undo this one. So 1 like that, and you can see there's a gap there where there's nothing, but there's 1 there and 1 there. I think I need to try and match all of these up in order to work out what the missing digits are. So yeah, let me do that. So like with this one, there's a dot here and a dot there and a dot about here, like down here. So I've now put that one up here and another dot there and there. Yeah, I think that this is how I'm supposed to solve it. And a dot there, there and there. So I think this is going to end up being a number 0. Oh, there. No, I think it is a number 0. It's just the way the guy has written it. It's like this, you know, like a digital 0. Yes, I think the last digit is 0. And so, yeah, I'll just work each of them out like this, and we'll eventually have the full string of numbers. And once again, I'm just going to use my super speed to hurry through this a little bit. Not editing the footage or anything like that, I'm just using super speed. Okay, so I decided to change that to a 9 because there isn't actually any red dots down this side. I was a little bit too in a rush to hurry up and fill it. So I think, yeah, it's like a 9 like that. Or maybe a 0. I can change it either way. So I think, and also with these other 0s, they may be 8s. Oh boy. But I think I've got 02240836519. 11-digit number. Or, you know, these might actually be 8s, and that 8, no, I'm pretty sure that one is definitely an 8. Yeah, these might be 8s, and that might be an 8 or a 0. But I think I've gotten it correct. So, let's go back, not to here, let's go back and re-find the dupes website. Thank you. Okay, so that was correct. Supplemental information. Inmate this number made this dove in her cell. Oh, right, so Celia made this dove in her cell shortly after visiting the Curtin K morgue with Brooke Augustine during her scheduled supervised training period. Instant report. Okay, another number just here, so let's copy that. Was filed citing possible inappropriate behaviour by DUP personnel. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh, and once again, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to represent Augustine. Who are you? I am Puro Takuta. The Koi will return in greater numbers. You must not be here. How can I trust you? What choice do you have? Augustine told me... Augustine took me to the Curtin K morgue instead of skill training today. Oh boy, I'm having trouble with this. She said that she wanted to show me what happens to conduits on the outside. There were so many body bags filled with violently murdered victims brought here for autopsies before they can be released to their families. I didn't want to look at their faces, but I couldn't help it. They weren't bioterrorists. They were mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, people's best friends. None of them deserved this. None of us asked to be this way. I also met the chief science officer, Tyler Bennett. Maybe I need to search for that name as well. Down there. He's mean. When Augustine wasn't paying attention, he whispered to me that this is what freaks deserve. Yeah, I reckon he's definitely supposed to be the guy on the inside, helping out the Lifeline Purity people. Does he know I'm a freak too? I don't like him very much. Okay, Tyler Bennett, I'll remember that name. And let's search this new number that we have. Surveillance and monitoring. And also, I'm starting to think that maybe Celia was that first girl that Augustine sort of rescued and took in during the storyline where she revealed her past to us. Okay, dupe intelligence. Potential inappropriate conduct. Surveillance recovered an origami dove from Celia during our last routine investigation. This in itself is not unusual for the subject, but the message content of the dove suggests potential misconduct between dupe staff and the subject. Celia fashioned... Man, they don't refer to them by name, it's always inmates. Well, they are prisoners, I guess, but damn. Just every single time, there's not even a slip-up of accidentally saying their real names. Inmate Celia fashioned the dove following a visit to the Curtin K morgue to meet Chief Science Officer Tyler Bennett with Director Augustine as part of a scheduled training session. The CSO was supposed to provide a scientific explanation of how bioterrorist rapid healing abilities could be overwhelmed by sustained trauma. In her note, the inmate stated that Bennett was mean. When questioned, the CSO categorically denied accusations of misconduct and speculated that Director Augustine had traumatized the girl with the gore and that she was merely projecting her discomfort onto him. Do you know how much violence it takes to kill a bioterrorist? The body was mangled beyond recognition. Does that sound like a scene for a teenage girl? Bioterrorist or not, I don't know what the director was hoping to accomplish by dragging her pet project into my lab. The results are hardly surprising. Director Augustine responded that we were to monitor Bennett closely and discreetly add any observations of unusual behaviour to his employee dossier. Okay, so didn't need to remember the name, we've got a dossier number just here. Okay, Tyler Bennett. Tyler Bennett has been a top scientist in this field ever since receiving a PhD in experimental biotechnology. He was most well known for developing the titular Bennett protein assay, one of the foundations for current bioterrorist genetic research. his role in the development of the ray shard scanning technology used today in DUP tracker drones and scanning stations brought him the attention of the DUP. His generally acknowledged brilliance, wide range of scientific knowledge and expertise in technical implementation combined with a career focus on bioterrorists make him an ideal candidate. Yeah, and he also hates conduits and has been giving the Purity people insider info. Tyler Bennett has been fully vetted by all pertinent DUP bureaus, thorough background checks. Okay, so same thing as with that lawyer lady. Just looking into his background, making sure he is a good candidate for the DUP. Threats list update and another number for me to put in. To Tyler Bennett from Samuel Fishbein. Enhancements to bioterrorist threat list for immediate distribution. The Conduit Rights League and the opposition scientists at Bioframe Diagnostics have finally made themselves useful in an attempt to identify bioterrorist-capable individuals and normalise bioterrorist behaviour. They have instituted a wide-ranging testing regime that has managed to reach a dissident segment of the population who have avoided detection by the DUP. With the recent acquisition of the results of their testing program via digital incursion by DUP intelligence, we can update and enhance our own threat list to identify individuals for pursuance, that's another word for pursuing, and incarceration. Resources should be shifted immediately to analysing the testing data and providing recommendations for adjustments to existing bioterrorist detection protocols. Immediate priority should be placed on identifying the most dangerous and powerful bioterrorists. Effective immediately, Bennett's going to lead the charge to update all of this. Okay. And another instant report. Tyler Bennett, Communications. To Brooke Augustine from DUP Intelligence. During a routine scrub of DUP internal employee communications, intelligence has discovered suspicious interactions between Tyler Bennett and Private Felix Coogan. And yet another number. Mobile phone records cite 7 phone calls and several text messages between the two over the past 84 hours, where intelligence had previously never identified a relationship between the two. At the same time, Private Coogan has been logged on to the website Lifeline Purity. Okay, so Coogan, that's the guy who's got the list. And he's been using that to find potential conduits and kill them.